How's it going? You know, I got thinking about something, and I've been hearing a lot about it as well lately. I just wanted to come on and pass a little of what I've heard, a lot of, onto all of you out there. There's so many of us that are single and living the single life and figuring out what our path is and this and that. And a lot of us are looking in the boat of singlehood, trying to find that person. I heard something, and it was quite interesting. The thing of boundaries. We all need them, all of us. And it's not just with your spouse. It's not just with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, but it's with everybody. Your boss, your brothers, your sisters, your whoever you want to think about. Now, for me, I've always been kind of a yes guy, kind of a people pleaser. Um, but that's just the kind of guy that I've always been, right? The guy that goes beyond, the guy that goes above and beyond, the guy that is not scared to help people out, the guy that just goes out of his way to do the right thing, which is helping people out. Because what you do in terms of helping and being there for people comes back to you in other ways. So that's just kind of always the way that I've been as a guy. But I'm single. I have been for a very long time, and I'm not gonna lie that the dating world out here is just horrible. Horrible. But you know what? I'm not even really looking. Like, I gave up a long time ago. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to finding a good woman, that comes in so many shapes, forms, colors, whatever. So it's not about finding the right person. It's not about finding the perfect person because there isn't one out there. But it's about finding somebody who you can enjoy your time with. Period. It doesn't matter if it's a friend, it doesn't matter if it's family, it doesn't matter on what realm or situation that it is. It's about finding people who you can enjoy your time with. Now, obviously, if you're a guy, obviously you're hopefully gonna want to find a girlfriend. If you're a girl, hopefully you're gonna want to find a boyfriend. But that is subsequent to the fact of there's nothing wrong with having friends. There's nothing wrong with having people in your life. But it's about having the right people in your life. Not the people that are going to use and abuse you. Not the people that are going to damage your trust and then expect you to just forgive them and move on. Because there is a thing of, I'm sorry. There is a thing of, hey, I made a mistake. If only you will allow me to make amends and correct my actions, then hey, we can move forward. But I completely understand if you can't. See, the key is to be vulnerable and honest and own up when you make a mistake. Own up when you say the wrong thing. Own up when you do the wrong thing. There's nothing wrong with it. Actually, the people who you do wrong to will actually probably give you a wow, holy cow. Right? Like he actually atoned for his stuff or her stuff. But today it seems like people have a hard time doing that. It seems like they have a hard time atoning for their wrong, atoning for their mistakes, atoning for their stuff. And the reason for that is why? I'm sorry, the answer to the question to that is why. You make a mistake, just own up to it, right? Hey, yeah, I made a mistake, man. I food up, okay, and then you move on. There's another thing too. It seems like today, when it comes to the realm of being with somebody, there's this real issue, it seems like, with always wanting something better, or always thinking there's something better out there, or not showing the person that they are doing enough, or not giving enough gratitude, or not giving enough appreciation. I mean, it is what it is. You know, as I've been single, and as I'm out being around people, and as I'm doing my thing out here, the things that I'm seeing, and the things that I'm learning as I'm seeing them at the same time, and they're just more and more ammo in the whole learning curve of this thing called life. You know, we have to look at everything, right? How we're treating people, how people are treating us, boundaries, everything. But what it comes down to is it comes down to us. I heard something just the other day, and I'm not gonna lie, I was blown away by it. And it's gonna be a hard thing for some people to grasp, but maybe it'll help people too. The love of your life should be yourself. I know that's a hard thing to think about. I know we don't want to come off as being selfish or arrogant or any of that, but believe it or not, there's a lot of truth in that. It really is. Because that ties in with loving yourself and taking care of yourself and taking care of your needs and making sure that, you know, if you got to go see a doctor, get yourself checked out, you know, take care of yourself, eat right, sleep right, right? So the number one love should be yourself. The love of your life should be yourself. You should look in a mirror and say, hey, I love you. When I heard that, I'm not going to lie, when I heard that, I just kind of thing, like it just blew my mind. There's a lot of truth to it. Because how can you love somebody else if you can't love yourself first? That's where it all starts. The love for oneself. You should be your own best friend. You should enjoy your own company. You should be okay with going out and spending some time by yourself, whether it be in nature or going and having a drink or whatever. Because me, I thoroughly enjoy my own company. I love having my alone time and doing whatever it is that I'm doing with myself. Because I'm learning that the more and more and more I'm around people, the more and more and more I cherish my time alone. But just thought, have a great day. Until next time.